Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. As you can see, it's still bloody freezing over here, but it is warmer, a little bit warmer than it was. But I don't know about you guys over in Australia and America and wherever else, but the cost of electricity and gas over here is just a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. So you only put it on when it really, really gets bloody freezing. Anyway, enough moaning. I made a video about BOXXER and the current state of play with Ben Shalom, BOXXER, Sky Sports and so on. And after I'd made it, I watched one of Boxing Beats and Rhymes videos. Shout out to Beats, fantastic channel, subscribe. And he actually mentioned something that I should have included in my video, but I'd forgotten about it. I'd read about it and I forgot about it. And that is that there is a pending court case between Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Ben Shalom and BOXXER. And are Sky involved? I'm not absolutely certain, but it's regarding Joshua Buatsi, because just to give you a little bit of quick history, Buatsi, he won a bronze medal in 2016. He signed with Matchroom. Eddie Hearn called him an outstanding talent, and he has got the raw materials to be a very, very good fighter. He hasn't really fulfilled it yet, but because don't forget, we're talking about 7.5 years after the fact, after that bronze medal. But you know, at the time, Buatsi was very happy in signing with Matchroom. He then left. I mean, a couple of years ago, he left because he said his contract was up. Ben Shalom and BOXXER wanted to move in. Buatsi wanted to move to Sky because he regarded it. He said he regarded being on, national television as being far better than being on DAZN, which is, an app. Well, Buatsi doesn't hold with the idea that this is the way forward. Streaming is the way forward. He still wants to be on Sky Sports. He said, I'm not going to tell you how to download an app and type in your email and bank details. I'm a fighter. That was his attitude. So he moved to Sky. But here's the thing. Matchroom have filed a lawsuit against BOXXER and Sky. I believe it is Sky as well. I remember reading. And they're demanding $9.7 million in lost profits, which, if I do a quick bit of mental arithmetic, it's probably about 7.5 million quid. And I think there's probably whether they actually get it or not, and I think there is a possibility that they will win this case, or perhaps it will be settled out of court at a loss to Sky. It nevertheless highlights yet another, I'm almost tempted to say, nail in BOXXER's coffin, because not only are they going to have to pay probably more for Buatsi than they've already paid through legal fees, but Buatsi really hasn't set the place alight, has he? His first fight on Sky was an absolute snooze fest. And Lawrence Okoli, he was threatening Lawrence Okoli for most tedious performance, because Okoli, when he fought David Light, I think it was the first fight, that had a bit of a naughty ending because Light, I think, suffered brain damage. I think he's okay now, but don't quote me on that. But that was a really dull fight, Okoli versus Light. And then soon afterwards, you had Joshua Buatsi, having a 10-round run around, and I like Buatsi. I thought when he turned pro, I thought this guy can do something, but he just seemed flat and he just seemed uninspired. But anyway, the point is that not only has Buatsi not really set Sky alight, they've already paid through the nose to get him on their books, and it looks like at the very least they'll have to settle out of court with Matchroom to avoid the possibility of losing. Although they don't want $10 million, they might settle for something less. But the point is, they're still paying more for a fighter who, if he's not a complete busted flush, and he isn't yet. Don't forget, Buatsi's got the rescheduled Dan Aziz fight. So if he looks impressive in that, yeah, okay, he can move on. I'm not saying his career's in the doldrums, not like Okoli really is in trouble, but he can still do it. But are Sky going to make any money? Are BOXXER going to make any money? And the Sky, executives, they can't be happy with this sort of situation. They really can't. But yeah, this is going to the High Court of England and Wales, and we will see what happens. I don't think there's a date yet been proposed for any kind of hearing. These things do take time, usually months, not weeks. But we'll see what happens. But again, Ben Shalom and that Sky, I mean, it doesn't look good, does it? It just doesn't look very good at all. But there's only one way to turn it around, and that is to put quality cards on. If Shalom and BOXXER suddenly, put 4, 5, 6 great cards with really exciting fights on, at least they've got some ammo to fire back at the critics. At the moment, they haven't, because the Natasha Jonas and Michaela Mayer card was pretty dull. It was dull. The Mayer Jonas fight was good. I like that fight. But there was nothing on the undercard that sticks in my mind at all. Probably the fight I liked best was another woman's fight, which was Artin Stall and the Brazilian girl. There's really nothing on there. I mean, Jack Cullen and Zach Chelly, their rematch was an absolute washout. Should have been a barn burner, but wasn't anything like it. They both looked low level. One was trying but couldn't, and the other didn't seem to know what he was doing. I'll let you guess which was which. Then you had Jeffers defending his English super middleweight title against Jermaine Brown. Was it Jermaine Brown? Yeah, Jermaine. Yeah, Jermaine Brown. Is that his name? Yeah. That could have been a good fight and wasn't. So I don't know. You tell me. Is there any way out of this for Ben Shalom and BOXXER? What is your opinion? I know you've already left some opinions regarding my previous video, but it will be very interesting to see what happens with this court case. I think it will be settled out of court. That would be my guess, and it's only a guess, because I think Hearn and Matchroom are busy with other things, but they just didn't. They're not going to let it slide. They want some of that money back, and usually with these things, you don't get the maximum what you ask for, but you do get something. So let me know your opinion. Comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button as well for us. And thanks for your time. I'll read your comments and answer as many as I can. Until then, catch you later. Bye for now.